Hello everyone, I am Prakriti Prajapati and here I am in Igatpuri. I am here for my Vipassana session. I'm in Dhammagiri. So let's talk about my journey. So last year in September, I decided that I want to go to Dhammagiri, but due to some reasons, my exams were there, so I was unable to come here. But this March, I am here in Dhammagiri. It's my holy holidays right now, and everybody is at their homes, but I am here in Dhammagiri doing meditation. So let's talk about Dhammagiri's location. So it's located between the mountains and it is in Igatpuri. The view is literally spectacular. I mean, now it's March, still the beauty is very nice, but in monsoon season, these mountains which are visible at the back, they are covered with greenery and clouds which look really nice. And Igatpuri is titled as City of Fogs. So now let's see what is Vipassana. So basically, it is a meditation where you focus on your breath. As breath is universal, every human being, every animal, if we talk about humans, every human is breathing, it's respiring, okay? Whether it's Indian, whether he or she is American any or from any other part of the world, he or she is respiring the whole life. From the time he or she has born, and he will be respiring for the rest of their lives. So when we focus on our breath, we don't have to change its frequency or we don't have to alter anything. We just have to focus, we just have to observe it. साक्षी भाव जिसे बोलते हैं वैसा. And उसके बाद after 3 days the Vipassana starts. This was Anapan and the Vipassana starts from 3rd day. So in Vipassana we have to observe our sensations. It can be gross sensations, subtle sensations. Mostly they are irritating, like itching, heat, perspiration, or tingling, or any other sensations. But we have to observe it despite of its nature of irritation or its nature of pleasantness. We don't have to do anything and we just have to observe it without craving for it, without developing any aversions for it, without developing any hatred for that particular sensation. So now let's talk about the schedule which we have to follow here. So on the 0 day, you come here, you register yourself and you get the rooms and you have to submit your phones here. And on the 10th day, you can take your phones, but for 9 days, you have to maintain complete silence, noble silence, आर्य मौन जिसे हम कहते हैं, and you don't have to talk to anyone while via verbal or written or through actions. You have to maintain complete silence, noble silence. And you don't even have to talk mentally. Like there are many people who talk to themselves. There are times when we also talk to ourselves mentally, and we have to avoid that as well. So the schedule is at 4 in the morning. The bell rings and we have to get up. We have to get ready for the meditation, which is from 4:30 till 6:30, and then from 6:30 to 8 o'clock we have breakfast time and some rest time, and you can take bath. Then from 8 to 11 you have to again go for meditation, and then from 11 to 1 you have lunch and rest time. Then from 1 to 5 meditation, and then 5 to 6 rest time and snacks time, and then 6 to 7 we have meditation, and then from 7 to 8:30 we have discourse or pravachan of Guruji Satyanarayan Goenka ji. He gives the pravachan. We have recorded pravachan of him. Then from 8:30 to 9 we have again short meditation session, and then from 9 to 9:30. If anybody has any questions, they can ask the teacher, they can ask their respective teachers, and then from 9 to 4 you can sleep peacefully, you can go in a deep sleep. So let's talk about the 5 presets which we have to follow here. The first is non-killing. So we don't have to harm or kill any organism, doesn't matter what it is. Then second is stealing. We don't have to steal anything. Then third is lying. We don't have to lie about anything. And if we are in noble silence, that is safe. Like, we won't be talking and we won't be lying to anybody. And fourth is we have to follow complete celibacy. And fifth is we don't have to intoxicate ourselves with any drug, any alcohol, any smoking material. So we have to follow these 5 presets properly, regularly over our stay here. Now I'll be talking about my experience of Vipassana meditation. So when I was here, like, it was my wish to come here and experience this Vipassana meditation. And my father did this when I was 2 years old, and he told me about all of this. Like, my family is into yoga, meditation, and from that's how I am into these stuff also. So now I'm 21 and I am here for my experience in Vipassana. So on day 1 and 2, when we started meditating, it was nice. I was going thoughtless. It was very peaceful, very nice. There was no craving, no craving for mobile phones or any other food cravings or anything. Then from 3rd to 6th, 7th day, I had a lot of thoughts, like literally a lot of thoughts going on in my mind, and it was mostly futuristic. Like, I used to imagine the future. And on 3rd day, like, I had a lower back injury, so it started aggravating, and there was a huge pain in my back, and we have to sit for continuously for so long, and we have to meditate for 9.5 hours. Okay, and we have to continuously sit for 11 hours daily for 10 days. Okay, so it was a bit annoying or maybe a bit tiring at first, but later on it was nice. And starting we think maybe we won't be able to close our eyes for these many hours, but it is actually very peaceful to close our eyes. When we open our eyes, it's kind of tiring for our eyes. So when I used to close my eyes, it used to be very beautiful and very relaxing, I would say. So we were talking about the back pain. So it started happening, and then I asked my teacher. She said it will go away by 4th or 5th day, and it went away. And I also did some strengthening exercises for that, and it vanished. I mean, there is little of pain, but still it's not a big deal. Then on 8th, 9th and 9th day, 8th and 9th day, the frequency of thoughts started reducing, especially on 9th day. The frequency of thoughts started reducing, and today is the 10th day. So we broke our noble silence, we got our phones, and that's how I'm recording. First 3 days we have to observe our respiration, we have to focus our mind on the triangular area. Okay, so above our upper lips and on our nostril, we have to focus here, and we have to observe our respiration for 3 days. This is Anapan meditation. There are times when your mind will be distracted, you will be having lots of thoughts, and you won't be able to stay focused on this area, but it doesn't matter. Whenever you come in senses and your mind is aware that, oh, I'm lost in thoughts, you have to again start focusing on that. And from 3rd day, the Vipassana meditation starts. So we have to focus on our sensation, which arises all over our body. It arises on different parts, and for different people different types of sensation occurs. For example, some can have tickling, heat sensation, perspiration. Mostly I had pain and itching sensation. Okay, so doesn't matter, there won't be any miraculous feeling or sensation. Obviously you have normal sensations throughout your body and at different parts of your body. And on ninth day I had a sensation of like my whole body was vibrating. I asked my teacher, is it okay? And she said yes, it will go away by 10th day, you don't have to worry about anything. Through this sensation, our impurities, which are deep rooted in our minds, come out. And even I have observed that there are times when people around you or people who are close to you, they hurt you in any way. It can be by actions, knowingly, unknowingly, it can be through verbal or anything. Okay, and you develop aversion, you develop aggression, negativity for them. And that negativity doesn't go away so easily, especially if they have done something big which you didn't like. So negativity goes on for years and years, and you are not out of that for years, and you are miserable. You, whenever you see them, whenever a thought of them comes to you, you get irritated, you get, oh shit, this person has done this and this to me. How it's not okay that they have hurt me so badly. But maybe it's past karma, maybe it's something else. Maybe it was unconscious by them, maybe it was conscious. Maybe you have done something which hurt them and in return they hurt you. So by this practice I have observed that I don't have negativity or anger or aggression for them now. And like before coming here, if the thought comes in my mind about them, obviously I'll be irritated, or I'll be having some other grudges against them. But now, even though the thought is there, even though the memory is there, even though what they have done is there, but I don't feel anything. Like it's like completely blank. I don't have the anger, the frustration about them, for them. So this is what I have experienced. And with the continuous practice of Vipassana meditation, there are many deep rooted conflicts, impurities in our mind which slowly and slowly come out through sensations, through different sensations. Mostly they are irritating, mostly, but you just have to observe whatever is going on in your body, on your body, and you don't have to react against it. If there's an itching sensation, for example, say on my forehead, and I have to just observe it and do nothing about it, because everything is impermanent, everything is changing. For example, I am changing, the nature is changing, everything is changing. Nothing can be permanent and nothing is permanent. For example, the mountain behind me is dry for now. But after a few months, when the monsoon comes, it will be full of greenery and clouds will cover it. But that won't be staying for long. The monsoon will go and the winters will come, and again some of the other changes will be there. And we have to be aware that everything is changing and will change. Every person, everything is changing. So we don't have to worry about whether something bad is happening. So we have to be in the equanimity, we have to be in the stability, we have to maintain our stability. The mind should be stable enough that okay, this is happening for right, like this is happening right now, it will pass by, it will go away. And if something good happens, we still have to remember that it will pass and it is not permanent. And next, like we used to have pravachans daily. So what Guruji said is, there are 4 kind of people who are negative, like they are having negative thoughts about the current things, and they are going toward the brightness. Matlab, they are thinking positively, so they might be going to the positive side, the bright side. Then there are people who are in positive side but they are going in negative direction. For example, they will be creating negativity about their life, about their surrounding people, about their surrounding. And there are people who are going from darkness to darkness. They are still negative, they are still in their negativity, and they are going in negativity. And there are people who are in brightness and going in towards brightness. So we have to be in the position of these two, like people who may be in darkness but they're going towards the brightness, and people who are in brightness and going towards the brightness. And whatever we have right now in this life, it can be due to our past good karmas. So we have to be thankful towards it, that we did something good in our past, and that's how we are having these good facilities or these good things. Maybe it can be relationship with your parents, with your loved ones, or the money, or maybe good amount of money, good society, good status, everything. Okay.
And you don't have to develop ego against that.
And you have to be aware that whatever you do, whatever seeds you plant, they should be good. I mean, they should be positive. So in future you get good results, good fruits. If you plant for say neem seed, you'll get a neem tree and you'll get bitter fruits. And if you'll plant a mango tree, you'll get sweet mangoes. So this was the example given by Guruji. So you have to always and always go for positivity, and you have to plant good seeds, good karma. So now let's see how to apply if you want to come and experience Vipassana. So you can go to the Vipassana site and you can apply over there. There are various centers in India and outside India. You can apply whatever suits you, wherever you want to go. And you have to apply 2 to 3 months before the session starts. So at the site everything is mentioned when they will start accepting the applications, and you'll get the confirmation if you get confirmed for the session. So you will get the confirmation before 1 month, or maybe 3 to 2 weeks before the session starts. So I was lucky enough, like I applied and I got selected for the first time. I mean, I have applied but I cancelled it before, and this time I applied it, and I didn't tell anyone that I am applying. And approximately 1 month before, in January, I told my father that yeah, I have applied for it, and he was like, okay, let's see what happens. And I got confirmed, and it was so nice. I was feeling very happy about that. So I hope you might be lucky enough to get confirmed in the first time. Now let's talk about the essentials which you have to bring here. So first is alarm clock and a wristwatch. It should be normal watch, not digital or smartwatch. Then for females, you have to compulsorily bring dupatta or chunni or a scarf and other laundry products, for example soap, powder. Your essentials, for example brush, soap, shampoo. And for females, they can wear kurta or lower t-shirt, but chunni is compulsory whether you wear anything. And the clothes should be proper. They should be full sleeve, or maybe till your elbows. And apart from that, for men, you can wear lower t-shirt or kurta, whatever you wish for. Then if you are coming in monsoon, you have to bring an umbrella cause it's very rainy here. But if you are coming in any other weather, it's fine. There are laundry services here, you can get them, you can avail for them. So now let's go for the tour, make you visit virtually my room and the whole campus. It's very beautiful, especially in monsoon it will be very beautiful, but even in March it is very green and very nice.
So let me take you to the tour of my room and this beautiful campus. This was my room for 10 days. So it was a sharing room. And this was my bed. We had attached washroom and bathroom.
So thank you for watching this video till end. I hope you like this video. Share with your family and friends who is in the path of meditation, and do subscribe our channel for more such videos.